ॐ हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे ॐ गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्थजम्बूफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजं सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। पंचदशी is a prakarana grantha of Vedanta. वेदांतो नाम उपनिषत् प्रमाणम तदुपकारीणि शारीरक सूत्रादीनि च. This is the description of Vedanta. There is a text called Vedanta Sara. He describes Vedanta. Vedanto nama Upanishad Pramana. What is Vedanta? Vedanta is Upanishad Pramanam. Vedanta means Upanishad. Vedanta is the name of a text, a body of literature known as Upanishad. Upanishad is called Vedanta. because it occurs at the end of the Vedas. The first portion of the Vedas are Karma Kanda. They deal with the karma. They deal with the vidhi and nishedha. The karma kanda consists of vidhi and nishedha. Vidhi means do this. Nishedha means don't do this. Do's and don'ts is the topic of Karma Kanda. Why the Vedas have the do's and the don'ts? Is Veda a dictator? Do this, don't do this. Some people enjoy doing it. Do this, don't do this. Some people enjoy controlling others. Some people enjoy bossing over the others. Does Veda also enjoy bossing over us? Some people describe Veda as an authority, but the traditional view is totally different. Veda is not an authority. That is why our great acharyas have clearly stated the Shastra is not a karaka, it is a jnapaka. Shastra is not interested in making you doing something, making you do something. Shastra is only interested in telling you, making you understand. Revealing is the purpose of the Shastra. Therefore, Jnapakam Shastram, the Shastra reveals certain facts that we cannot know through other means of knowledge. For example, the user manual. When you buy an electronic gadget, you get a user manual in the same box. What does it do? It says do's and don'ts. There is a set of do's and there is a set of don'ts. Why these do's and don'ts? They are meant for making us understand what you should do, how you can make the best use of this product, and how you can misuse this product, how you can spoil this product. The user manual is a jnapaka. Jnapaka means it makes you understand, it educates you regarding the product. In the same manner, even the Karma Kanda educates you regarding the human life. That is why the Vidhivakyas, the injunctions of the Veda, are analyzed in the tradition. And after analyzing the Vidhivakyas, they have concluded the purpose of the Vidhivakyas. The Vidhi means an injunction. Do this is a Vidhi. Nishedha means a negation. Don't do this. A prohibition is a Nishedha. So Vidhi and Nishedha. What is the meaning of a Vidhi? In the Shastra, they say, Vidhi means Ishta sadhanatva jnapanam. That which makes you know this is a means for a desirable end. Such statement is called Vidhi. For example, the Veda says, do dana, shraddhaya deyam. You should give with the shraddha. It is a Vidhi. Prima facie, the meaning is give. But on analysis, its meaning is giving is a means for a desirable end. Giving brings you good. This is the implication. For example, if the user manual says, charge this product every day for 2 hours, what does it mean? What does it imply? Charging is good for the product. It improves the efficiency of the product, increases the lifespan of the product. In the same manner, if the Veda says, do yajna, do dana, do tapas, the Veda means to say, it is good for you. It is going to lead to a desirable end. Therefore, even the Karmakanda portion of the Veda is a jnapaka. It makes you understand certain facts. It is educative in nature. And it is very much so if you come to the Jnana Kanda. Because the Jnana Kanda reveals the ultimate truth, the Paramarthika Satya, which is the Brahman, the Paramatma. The Jnana Kanda is at the end of the Veda. The final portion of the body of Vedic literature. Therefore, it is called Veda Anta, Vedanta. Therefore, Sadananda, the author of Vedanta Sara, says, Vedanto nama Upanishad Pramanam. Upanishad, Vedanta is Upanishad, and the Upanishad is a Pramana. Upanishad is Pramana. Pramana is a means of knowledge, a valid means of knowledge, a valid instrument of knowledge is called Pramana. Nowadays, people talk about scientific approach. Scientific approach for anything. To study anything, we should have a scientific approach. Generally, when we talk about science or scientific approach, the modern people have an orientation. Science means it has to come from the West. Copernicus, Galileo, Isaac Newton, they think science started from there. But much before Copernicus was born, much before Galileo was born, much before Newton was born, we had a highly advanced science and highly advanced scientific approach in our own land. Even science is not new for this land. Even mathematics is not new for this land. We had highly advanced mathematics. They say India discovered zero, but we didn't discover zero. To be precise, what we discovered was not zero. It is the position of zero in the decimal system. The decimal system was a discovery, was a contribution of this land. If you add 0 to 1, it becomes a 10. Who told? Our ancient mathematicians told. It is the position of 0. The significance of 0 in the decimal system. That is the contribution of India. So, we had a highly advanced science and we had a highly advanced scientific approach. What is scientific approach? What is scientific approach? Can anybody say what is scientific approach? They talk about scientific approach. What is scientific approach? Scientific approach means it should be based on evidence. It should be based on proper evidence. It should be based on valid evidence. In our Shastra, we have an advanced epistemology. Epistemology means the study of means of knowledge. What are the valid means of knowledge? And what is the validity of knowledge? भाई साहब जरा यहाँ बात मत कीजिएगा, बाहर जाके बात कीजिए, डिस्टर्ब हो रहा है। You tell him he should go out and speak. And please switch off your mobile phone. Yeah, what was I saying? See, this is what happens if somebody distracts. So we have the study of pramanas. What are the different types of pramana? And what determines the validity of a pramana? What determines the validity of a knowledge that we gather through the pramana? Everything is thoroughly analyzed. There are books like Vedanta Paribhasha. Vedanta Paribhasha discusses various pramanas. They talk about 6 pramanas: Pratyaksha, Anumana, Upamana, Arthapatti, Anupalabdhi and Shabda. Six types of pramanas are analyzed. Among the 6 types of pramanas, one pramana is a Shabda pramana. Words. Words serve as a means of knowledge. Words serve as a valid means of knowledge. And it is very much so with the words of the Vedas. The words of the Veda are Swatah Pramana. Swatah Pramana means they are independent means of knowledge. Independent and valid means of knowledge. Therefore, Upanishad Pramanam. Upanishad is Pramana. The words of the Upanishad The statements of the Upanishad are pramana. Shankaracharya says, Yatha chakshuhu rupadarshane pramanam. Just as the eyes are pramana for color. If you have to know the color of this cloth, what will you do? How will you know the color? What is the means to know the color? You have to see. Only the visual perception. Chakshusha pratyaksha. The visual perception is the only means of knowledge. To know the color of a cloth. In the same manner, to know the absolute reality, to know the Brahman, to know the Paramatma, we have only one means of knowledge. It is Vedanta Vakya, the statements of Vedanta. Therefore, Vedanto nama Upanishad pramanam. Vedanta is a pramana. Vedanta is a means of knowledge, an instrument of knowledge. And Vedanta is nothing but the Upanishads. Now this Upanishads cannot be understood by everyone directly. Therefore, in order to describe the essence of the Upanishads, there are other texts. Other texts written by the Rishis. The Rishis wrote some books. And the books written by the Rishis to explain the meaning of the Upanishads, to explain the vision of the Upanishads, are called Smriti. There are many Smriti texts. The Vedas are called Shruti. Since Upanishads are the parts of the Veda, even the Upanishads are Shruti. Shruti is our primary Shastra, primary text. Smriti are the secondary texts. One of the most important Smriti texts is Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a Smriti. It is not Shruti. Bhagavad Gita elaborates on the teaching of the Upanishads, presents the essence of the Upanishads in a unique fashion. Therefore, if we have to understand the Shruti, we should study Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is an important text. Sarvopanishado gavo dogdha gopalanandana. Madhusudana Saraswati compares all the Upanishads to cows. Upanishads are like a cows. And Bhagavad Gita is the milk. Dugdham Gita Amritam Mahat. Bhagavad Gita is like the milk from all the Upanishad cows. So Bhagavad Gita is a second level. The primary are the Shrutis and the secondary Smritis. And then there is another text written by Badarayana, Vyasa. He wrote a text called Brahma Sutrani. Brahma Sutras. Brahma Sutra analyzes the Upanishadic statements. It is an analytical text, a logical text. To analyze the statements of Vedanta. These three texts, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita and Brahma Sutrani, they are the three pillars of Vedanta, Vedanta literature. And they are known as Prasthanatraya. Three Prasthana. Prakarshena tishtati Vedanta darshanam asmin iti prasthanam. Prasthana is a body of literature which serves as the bedrock of Vedanta. Bedrock of Brahma Vidya. Therefore, though originally Vedanta is nothing but Upanishad, all these three books are collectively called Vedanta because even Brahma Sutra and Bhagavad Gita, even they are elaboration of the same Vedantic teaching. That is why Sadananda says, Vedanto nama Upanishad pramanam. After that he adds, Tad upakarini shariraka sutradini cha. Even the Shariraka Sutra, Brahma Sutra, etc., Bhagavad Gita, Brahma Sutra, even they are included in the Vedanta literature. Even they form the parts of Vedanta literature. So we have three prasthanas. The first one is Shruti Prasthana, the primary source, Upanishads. Secondary is the Smriti Prasthana, Bhagavad Gita. And the third one is Brahma Sutras. Brahma Sutras are sometimes referred as Nyaya Prasthana because they have the Nyaya, the logical analysis. Any other book written on Vedanta is based on these three books. Any other literature. It may be the Bhashya of Shankaracharya, it may be the Vartika of Sureshwaracharya, it may be Bhamati, Vivarana. Any other book is based on these three prasthanas. And then there are certain independent texts. Of course, they are also based on these three prasthanas. But they are meant for presenting the teaching of Vedanta in a systematic and lucid manner. There are many such texts written, like Viveka Chodamani, Vedanta Sara. There are many such books, many such works. They are called Prakarana Granthas. Prakarana Grantha is a text that presents the teaching of Vedanta in a systematic and lucid and unique manner. There are many Prakarana Granthas, hundreds of them. Among the Prakarana Granthas, Pancadasi has a unique place, has a prominent place in the study of Vedanta. In fact, Pancadasi is not one Prakarana Grantha. It can be understood as a compilation of 15 Prakaranas. That is why the name Pancadasi. Panchadasha, 15 Prakaranas. Pancadasi does not have 15 chapters. Pancadasi does not have 15 adhyayas. Because if you call it a chapter, then that means one chapter follows another chapter. There is a continuum. It's a build-up. After one chapter, something more is told in the second chapter. It is not so in Pancadasi. In other texts, it is continuous. One chapter leads to another chapter. But it is not so in Pancadasi. Each Prakarana is unique and each Prakarana is independent. That is why, after studying the first prakarana, when will I study the second prakarana? You don't have to ask. First prakarana is complete in itself. Even the first prakarana concludes the vision of Vedanta. The vision is complete, even in the first prakarana. Then why there is a second prakarana? If the teaching is complete in the first prakarana, why there is a second prakarana? It is just like asking, suppose there are 10 Upanishads. Not 10, Upanishads are many, 1180 Upanishads. But we generally study 10 or 11 Upanishads. Among the 10 or 11 Upanishads, which Upanishad gives Atma Vidya? All the 11 Upanishads. Each Upanishad presents Atma Vidya. Each Upanishad reveals Brahma Vidya. Then why there are 10 Upanishads? Why we should study 10 Upanishads? Just one Upanishad is enough. Ishavasya Upanishad is enough. Some people have studied Ishavasya Upanishad. Some people have studied Kathopanishad. That is enough. Why there are 10? It is because if we have to get clarity, the same vision has to be taught in many ways. The same vision has to be taught from many aspects, from many directions, from many dimensions. In Vedanta, we don't have many things to teach, unlike in other subjects. If you go to any other subject, they have many things to teach. If you go to biology, there are so many subjects. They have to study each species. They have to study cat. They have to study dog. They have to study mammals. They have to study reptiles. They have to study birds. So there are varieties. But in Vedanta there is no variety. You don't have many things. You have to understand only one thing. Ekameva dvitiyam. Only one reality. There cannot be a second. There is no second. Therefore, don't tell me, Swamiji, you spoke too much about Brahman. Now speak about something else. We need a change. You can ask for change in breakfast. Everyday paratha or everyday idli, make a change. That is possible. But in Vedanta, you cannot ask for change of topic. We want to know something other than Brahman. Vedanta does not have another topic. If you want to know something other than Brahman, there are so many other places. The same vision, the same ultimate truth, the same Paramarthika Satya is presented in different ways, in different methodologies. And the methodology of presentation, the unique methodologies of presentation employed by the teachers of Vedanta are known as Prakriya. There is an often used term in Vedanta, Prakriya. Prakriya means a unique methodology of teaching. The methodology of conveying the vision is called Prakriya. There are various Prakriyas. There are 15 prakaranas in Pancadasi. Prakarana means a text. A text is called prakarana. There are 15 prakaranas, and each prakarana deals with the subject in a unique methodology. Among them, in this retreat, we will study the first prakarana, which is called Tattva Viveka Prakarana. Tattva Viveka. There is Tattva and Atattva. Tattva means the reality. The absolute truth is called Tattva. The philosophers are interested in knowing the Tattvas. The Indian philosophers are interested in knowing the truth. Whether it is Sankhya or Nyaya, any philosophy, they are interested in knowing the truth. Some philosophers did their own analysis, keeping the Shastra aside, keeping the Vedanta aside. They tried to understand the universe on their own, using their own intellectual speculation. And somebody found 24 tattvas. According to Sankhya, there are 24 tattvas. 24 plus 1, in fact 25 tattvas, including Purusha. 25 tattvas. Sankhya said there are 25 tattvas. 25 tattva means the universe can be explained by accepting minimum 25 number of independent entities. It is the idea of Sankhya. And then the Naiyayikas and Vaisheshikas classified the universe into 7 padarthas. 7 padartha. So Sankhya calls it Tattva. Nayayika calls it Padartha. Even Padartha can be called a Tattva. So somebody says there are 7 Tattvas. Somebody says there are 24 Tattvas. Each has his own numbers. How many Tattvas are there? But then the Vedanti does not use his own speculation. He does not keep the Shruti aside and say, I will understand myself. He makes use of the Shruti Pramana. He employs the Shruti Pramana. He sees with the eye of the Shruti Pramana. When you see with the eye of the Shruti Pramana, there is only one Tattva. There are no 24 Tattvas. There are no 7 Tattvas. There is only one Tattva. It is Brahman. Everything other than Brahman is Atattva. It is non-Tattva. This is the conclusion of Vedanta. Then we have made a mistake, a universal mistake. And the mistake is mixing the Tattva with the Atattva. We have mixed the Tattva with the Atattva. The body, the mind, the senses, everything is Atattva. The Atattva is mixed up with the Tattva. The Atma is the Tattva. Brahman is the Atma. Atma is the Tattva. Body, etc. are Atattva. We have mixed up the Tattva with the Atattva. That is why we identify with this body. All our identities, if you analyze them, they are a mixture of Tattva and Atattva. There is Tattva. There is consciousness. But we identify the consciousness with the body. Nama Rupa. I am Mr. So and so. I am a man. I am a woman. I am a human being. I am old. I am young. I am intelligent. I am dull. I am emotional. I am sad. What are we identifying with? We are identifying with the Atattva. Therefore, the problem is Tattva Atattva Aviveka. The mixing up of Tattva and the Atattva. It is not that we are totally unaware of the Tattva. We are aware of the Tattva. The tattva is very much evident as the consciousness, as the existence. The tattva is evident. But the tattva is mixed up with the atattva, non-tattva. Tattva, atattva, aviveka is the problem. If tattva, atattva, aviveka is the problem, what is the solution? Tattva, atattva, viveka. Distinction between tattva and atattva. Segregate the tattva from the atattva. Distinguish the tattva from the atattva and find out the true tattva. Find out the true reality. It is called tattva vivekaha. Distinguishing the tattva from the atattva. The Upanishad gives the example of a grass, ishika, from the munja grass. There is a grass called munja. Munjadishikamiva drishyavargat. There is a grass, a long grass, and then there is a stalk in the middle of the grass. And you distinguish, separate the stalk, the small fine fiber-like thing, from the grass. In the same manner, the tattva has to be distinguished from the atattva. It is called tattva viveka. The prakarana deals with the tattva viveka. What is tattva? And how to distinguish it from the atattva. And what do you derive if you distinguish the tattva from the atattva? What is the benefit? Because prayojanam anuddishya mandopi na pravartate. Without any purpose, even a fool does not work without a purpose. Nobody works without purpose. So what is the purpose? The purpose is moksha, as all of you know. Tattva viveka is the way to moksha. This prakarana Pancadasi, the text Pancadasi, is generally attributed to Vidyaranya. Vidyaranya was a great sage, great rishi, great sannyasi, very wise man, very learned and very wise. According to some records, Vidyaranya was the head of Sringeri Mutt in 14th or 15th century. He was earlier known as Madhavacharya. Vidyaranya, he became Vidyaranya after sannyasa. Vidya Aranya. Aranya is one of the Dashanami, one of the names in Dashanami. Like Saraswati, Giri, Puri, there is Aranya. So before he became a sannyasi, his name was Madhavacharya. And he has authored many texts in Vedanta as well as in other darshanas. In addition to his contribution to the Shastra, he was also instrumental in founding the Vijayanagara Empire. If you study history, he inspired Harihara and Bukka to found the Vijayanagara Empire in order to protect the dharma from the invaders, from the mlechas. So Pancadasi is generally attributed to Vidyaranya, but according to Ramakrishna, one of the commentators of Pancadasi, only the first 5 prakaranas were authored by Vidyaranya, and 6th onward, 6th to 15th prakaranas, they were authored by another Acharya, who is a contemporary of Vidyaranya, Bharati Tirtha. So Pancadasi is compiled, is written by 2 people, authored by 2 people, 2 authors, 2 acharyas, Vidyaranya and Bharati Tirtha. That is why Ramakrishna prays to those 2 acharyas. Bharati Tirtha as well as Vidyaranya. In his prayer verse, Ramakrishna says, Natva Shri Bharati Tirtha Vidyaranya Munishwarau. I do salutation to Bharati Tirtha as well as Vidyaranya, because both are the authors of Pancadasi and both have similar lines of thinking. With this introduction, we will stop now. We will start the text in the next session at 11 o'clock. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.